Welcome back everyone to Formula 1 2021 and welcome to your preview for the 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix. We've made it 11 rounds into our season, we've made it back to Hungary and it's our final race before the summer break. 4 weeks of no Formula 1 until we return back to Belgium, Spa-Francorchamps. The Dutch Grand Prix is on the 5th of September. Italy is our next race with sprint qualifying, and our final race of the season on the 12th of December is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Last time we were here in Hungary was the third round of our 2020 season and gave us a great little Grand Prix. It was a Mercedes 1-2 with Lance Stroll in third place on the grid, but Max Verstappen, boy did he have a chaotic day, crashing before we even got to the line. A great repair from the Red Bull boys and girls gave him a second place finish, and Kevin Magnussen, my driver of the day, Lewis Hamilton victorious last season. And last time out in 2021, contact between our two championship leaders saw Verstappen drop out of the race instantaneously on lap 1. Leclerc led most of the Grand Prix until Hamilton overtook him with 2 laps to go, a controversial one that has not stopped people talking for the past 2 weeks. Bottas was third, Norris fourth, Ricciardo with his best result of the season, but my driver of the day went to Charles Leclerc, claiming his first podium of the season so far. And with that chaotic race out of the way in Silverstone, this is how your Drivers' Championship is shaping up. Max Verstappen still leads the way over Lewis Hamilton, but with just an 8-point gap, either of them could be leading as we head into our summer break. Lando Norris jumps back up to third place in front of Bottas and in front of Sergio Perez. Leclerc finally has his first podium in 6th. Sainz is 7th, with Ricciardo in 8th, the only driver in the top 10 yet to get a podium this season. Gasly is 9th and Sebastian Vettel rounds out your top 10. It's two-time world champion Fernando Alonso in 11th place, with Lance Stroll in an Alpine sandwich with Ocon in 13th. Rookie Yuki Tsunoda is our highest rookie so far in 14th. Raikkonen and Giovinazzi both have a point each for Alfa Romeo. Russell, Schumacher, Mazepin and Latifi all yet to score. Of course, that means both Williams and Haas are at the bottom of the standings. No points yet for either team. Alfa Romeo is 8th on 2, but still under threat if Williams or Haas have a good weekend. Alpine are behind Aston Martin and AlphaTauri, but it's super close in that midfield group. McLaren lead Ferrari in 3rd and 4th, and Red Bull lead the way just 4 points in front of Mercedes. It's all to play for heading into the summer break. But just before we get there, we've got some action and drama to attend to this weekend. The Hungarian Grand Prix. Your track information looks a little bit like this, known as Monaco without the barriers. And as you can see from our track statistics brought to you by Pirelli, 4 lateral but 5 downforce, this track is very different to what we saw at Silverstone, Austria, France, all of our recent Grand Prix, and I believe form for this weekend, cars that are going to do well, will be very similar to Azerbaijan and Monaco. And when we get to predictions, I think there's a few surprises sprinkled in there for you. C2, C3 and C4 tyres this time out, 1 step lighter than we saw in Silverstone, but this circuit isn't as hard on the tyres and I don't expect too many dramas on a strategy side of things. Heading on over then to the newsroom following the Silverstone Grand Prix, and as we head into the Hungarian weekend, as you can imagine, all of the headlines, all of the stories this week have been about that one incident at the British Grand Prix boiling over with our 2 championship contenders Hamilton and Max Verstappen contact through Cop's Corner, and Red Bull have lodged a petition for review with the FIA over that 10-second penalty. That means both the FIA, Red Bull and Mercedes will be heading together for a lovely little meeting to discuss if the consequences of that incident were severe enough and what can be done to change things going forward. It's a very vague meeting and I would imagine not a lot is really going to come from it. But Red Bull want clarity. They want to understand why the FIA made their decision, and as a final icing on the cake, just want to see if they can get a bit of a harsher punishment for Lewis Hamilton. I don't think that will be the case. I do think it will all be headlines for not a lot of results, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. Alpine have taken the plunge. Just like Haas, they have decided to abandon 2021 and put full focus on 2022. It's a sensible thing to do. It's the summer break after this weekend. It's about the time we're expecting most of the teams to switch most of their focus, and in all honesty, a lot of teams have probably already done that, but not made a public statement about it. From an Alpine side of things, they are very much stuck in that midfield group and are very much stuck in a group where one weekend their car is better than AlphaTauri and Aston Martin, other weekends not so much. It's a sensible thing to do, it's a risk, but fingers crossed for them, it pays off in the long run. And finally, your weather for this weekend, it's a mixed bag, I will tell you that much. Look at this! Thursday, sunshine and rainbows, as it almost always is here in Hungary, but on Saturday and Sunday, some of the most bizarre mixed conditions we have seen for a long time. Thunderstorms expected, sunshine expected, high temperatures and high chance of rain, 80% on Saturday, but 30 degrees. I have no idea what to expect this weekend weather-wise, and for Formula 1, that's not exactly a bad thing. So what I will do, and hope you guys do it as well, is keep your fingers well and truly crossed for some crazy weather this weekend. But as we conclude the newsroom, let's head over to my favourite part of the weekend, the bit I always get so excited about, but always just do rubbish at, is predictions time for your 2021 Hungarian Grand Prix. Earlier on, I told you I was going bold. Following Monaco and Baku, I'm expecting Ferrari to be the team to beat, and my predictions look a little bit like this. On Saturday, I know, right? I have gone with this. I think Ferrari are going to do well. On Saturday, I've put Charles Leclerc on pole position, Verstappen in second place, and Carlos Sainz P3. But on Sunday, I've gone with the Chile himself to be victorious for Ferrari, victorious for the first time in his career. Red Bull, they were good in Monaco, they were good in Baku, winning both races despite not getting pole position, so Max, I very much believe, will be in the fight, and Lewis Hamilton, this is probably his best circuit. 8 victories at the Hungaroring, joint with Silverstone, but of course Hamilton can make that 9 this weekend in Hungary. I expect him to be in the mix, and for Hamilton and Verstappen, those tempers are going to be there. Leclerc, I've put in 4th place, one of the most unlucky drivers on the grid, and Sergio Perez P5. I've gone bold. I think this one is really difficult to predict, and for your chance to be featured in tomorrow's practice report, I want to know your predictions for this weekend's race. In qualifying, who will be on pole, the front row, and the biggest shock? And in the race, who will be victorious? The podium, first DNF, best overtake, I love that one. And who will be the Hungarian Grand Prix driver of the day? Let me know your predictions in that comment section down below. I will pin the format for you just to make it a little bit easier to sort through those, and the 2 most liked will be featured in tomorrow's video. And finally, before we go, Fantasy League time. I'm mixing things up, I know, right? Crazy this weekend, but I think Ferrari really will do well. I've put Leclerc and Sainz into my team, also Mick Schumacher, as George Russell, Gasly and Sergio Perez all make way. I had a disappointing weekend in Silverstone. Hopefully I can get back into the top 100 this time out. And your schedule for this weekend's race, screenshot time at the ready, looks like this. No sprint qualifying, thank goodness, if you weren't a fan of that one. Practice 1 and 2 is on Friday, Practice 3 returns, and qualifying is on Saturday, with your Hungarian Grand Prix at 2 o'clock British time on Sunday. And that is it from me here in Hungary for your 2021 preview. Let me know your predictions in the comment section down below. Fingers crossed it's a great weekend. The summer break is coming up, so if you've not seen my post over on the community page, head over there after this video just to get an idea of some of my plans going forward. But as always, thank you very much for watching. If you are new, feel free to subscribe to keep up to date with all Formula 1 2021. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.